Grass to grace. It is often said a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Born from a humble family, Bonnie Kim, a 25-year-old juvenile writer, is an ideal example.
Being brought by a single parent, life hasn't been easy because when my mom divorced with my dad, that when I was 2 years, my mom could not afford to be able to bring me up together. So it was hard to be left by, so that I can be taken care of by my grandparents, and my mom had to go to urban to find a job. So I grew up with my grandparents, and life was a bit tough in the countryside.
He indeed is a real-life role model that has overcome obstacles in his way and has succeeded. In the face of the great challenges, he never surrendered. Simply, he has beaten the odds.
When I finished Form 4, I was being in Dandora. And being in Dandora, I needed to make my own living, so I used to go to the dam site. So I've been there in the dam site, and I can say life in the dam site, it wasn't easy. It is where that you have to develop a hard skin to survive so that you may not be used by other people. But it's where I made a decision and said that life needs to change. And that is the time where my life changed, because I choose to change and I saw that life must get better.
At his tender age, Bonnie Kim has risen to become a person you'll admire to be like in life.
What I studied in school is not what I'm doing. Basically, it's like a process of preparing me who I wanted to be, because I did beauty because I wanted to see people who are beautiful. I needed to beautify to see beautiful ladies, people who are relaxed from work through body massage. But I realized there is a process of beauty, and the first process, people must remove the inner heart within themselves, which I see that it was something which was being revealed inside out.
His motivation to be an author, apart from passion, is derived from real-life experience and the challenge of making a difference out of the available space and resources, however limited.
Becoming an author is when I went to Rwanda. That was in 2007. I realized that the main cause of genocide was basically lack of hope, because I went to Gisozi in Kigali for Memorial Genocide, and I realized if these people could have hope, they could not destroy the other people, because if I have hope that tomorrow I need to own that car or that house, I can't dare to touch that house or car, because I know tomorrow it will be mine.
Apparently, he has written 4 books with vast knowledge of benefit to the present generation.
My first book, which is The Greatest Secret. The Greatest Secret basically is talking about that everything is created twice. So meaning that if you want something, you must have it mentally before you get it physically. And the second book is The Power of Self-Image. The power of self-image is that everything must start here in the mind. And my third book is Born Without a Choice. I've realized that the reason why we fight and describe ourselves depending on the tribe we come from is because we have not realized deeply within that we never even choose. Even our parents who tell us about the difference, they never chose. Even the white that we see, no one chose to be born. And my last book is What is True Love. And I realized that most people today, they are seeking love, having love and lost in 4 relationships. Despite being young, I realized that one of the hardest things in life is not finding a soulmate, is finding the kind of soul that you are before you find the mate.
Of course, it is a job that does not lack hurdles.
When you are starting to write, no one is able to acknowledge your work. You go to big publishers and then they say, who are you? Tell them, I'm Bonnie Kim. They don't know Bonnie Kim. So they say, just give us your manuscript and we're going to publish for you. And you don't know when they is going to take. So the big challenge is that no one, you find less than 10% who are willing to publish for you your book when you're starting to write.
For the people of his age bracket, Bonnie has a recipe of life.
Life is full of success. Type like a good book has never been written. A good song has never been sung. A good machine has never been invented. Neither a good company been started. Because what we have today is becoming obsolete. The world has already have that taste. It needs a different taste each and every day. What I tell young people is that wake up. If you have a talent, You've got to know the talent and execute that talent, because that's what the world is needing today.
It is a story whose driving force is in trust that attitude and dreams are everything. By adopting a never give up attitude, anyone can persevere and realize their dreams to the fullest.
Unless someone is inspired to know that tomorrow will be better than today, then they won't work an extra hard. And I tell you about success.
Samuel Tawish, GBS News.